And we're back, although in less than ideal circumstances. Considering Imoen has recently been kidnapped by a bunch of magey assholes, and also Khalid and Dynahair are both dead. We picked up some new party members in the form of Yoshimo here, who is a fellow thief, so I don't know how long he's going to stay with us, considering he basically does the same job that Toby does, just not as well. We've also got an Imoen here, but I'm probably not going to keep him in the party for very long, just because, as far as Toby's concerned, Imoen strikes him as being incredibly boring and just some self-righteous prick who wants to be good because good, and all that bullshit. So we are not really too inclined to keep him around, just because being a sanctimonious holier-than-thou kind of guy, he will probably disagree with our general habit of stealing everything and then some. Finally, we have Nalia here. Nalia asked for our assistance in a mission to clear out some monsters that had taken up residence in her family home, which we duly agreed to help her with. But really, she's only along for the ride so that we can do that mission in case she has some information we might need. So, chances are good that she'll leave the party around the time that is concluded, but we'll see. Anyways, we still have a few people around the inn that we have yet to speak to. So, there is Lord Jirdan here, who looks very much like a noble with the fancy clothes and everything. And Toby's distaste for nobles has not at all diminished. But this guy's been standing here for the past hour or so, shouting out that he has an offer for us. So we figure we may as well humor him. Not to mention, if he's a noble and he has an offer, that means well-paying work, and we need 20,000 gold to be able to rescue Imoen from these mages. So whatever he can offer will damn well be worth it as far as we're concerned. So let's hear what he has to say.
You there. I would have a word with you. I am called Lord Jirdan Firecrack, and I bid you stand a moment and hear what I offer. Word has come to me of your actions. I see you as capable and headstrong, with the ability to handle what Harris told you. Just the type of creature that I am looking for.
Well, you have done your research quite well indeed, then. What is it that you need from me, precisely? Certainly you understand that these are dangerous times, and that extreme measures are often called for. That is why I have need of you. I am lord of a community outside Azkatla, and while I provide for my people as best I can, there are some things I cannot do. Battle is not my strong point. There are marauders, horrid ogres and trolls that must be destroyed with fire or they regenerate. I need a firm hand to push them back. I need you, Toby. I offer a grand sum, worthy of a man of your stature. I offer 10,000 gold, and you can free my land of this scourge. It is a fortune, you will agree. Yes, 10,000. That's an astonishing sum for simply hunting down some monsters. It is a small price for safety. It is not as though I am without funds. I merely believe in paying for quality. You'll be wealthy in my service, rest assured. You are the choice I make, and the offer stands whether you go now or not. There is no other decision that makes sense. I have no doubt your service will be exemplary. If all goes well, we shall receive exactly what we deserve. My lands are on your map. The Windspear Hills await. Ooh, to take swords against monsters of great evil? Already I feel Boo wriggling in excited anticipation. Are you sure you're talking about your rodent there, Minsk? Not a heart attack? I've seen you get pretty excited after all. Of course it is, Boo. Boo's always happy when opportunities for heroism come. We shall crush these ogres, and rangers and hamsters everywhere shall rejoice. Well, I've heard of this Lord Jerem, Toby. It's any help? He has the coin to back up his offer. He's not reputed to be the nicest noble in Alm, but then who is? That is a fair point, actually. Most nobles, in Toby's experience, tend to be self-righteous, sanctimonious bastards who just have their lands and titles by virtue of who their daddy is, rather than because they're actually good people. So, not being a nice noble is certainly not a reason to turn down his request when he's offering such a handsome sum. And obviously Jaheira, to a degree, agrees with us. I think it would be an excellent idea to get outside the city and administer justice on such evil creatures. Tyranny is best matched with equal force. I don't know, Jaheira. I've heard about this Lord Jerem. He's brutal. It's not like him to be so protective of his people. I don't like the sound of this. Interesting. Very interesting. Enough, girl. Whether the ogres prey upon the weak or upon this noble's businesses, it is still an evil that must be crushed. Let us deal the justice that is called for. Yeah, and that's why Imoen there is probably not going to stay in my party for very long, because he's kind of a dick. Yeah, that's very interesting that apparently he is not a very nice person. But now on to Geralt.
I need some help.
Hey now. Morning Lord's blessing. Excuse me, I don't be recognizing ya. And that would be because I haven't been in the Copper Coronet for very long. Doesn't mean we can't be friends, or at least civil to each other, now does it? Well, I suppose that's true. It is? Well then, it would be true if you bought Garrett a drink, aye? Okay, here's 5 gold pieces. I'd be interested in knowing what's going on around here. Going on? Oh, I be knowing, I certainly do. With all your generous coin, you'd be looking for some of Latinon's entertainment, aye. Entertainment, you say? Please elaborate on that. Well, it depends on what kind of fun you're looking for, aye? Latinon here, he serves all kinds, he does. Girl, my friend, are you sure you should be talking about such things to strangers? Heck, I'm sure Latinon may be mindin'. Latinon, you serve all those who have coin aplenty, aye. Yes, okay. I have no idea what half of that says, because this guy's a drunk idiot Toby can't understand. Anyways, thanks for the information. Have 5 more gold for another drink. Now, who's this fella?
The fair folk rarely have time for small
Hello,
talk.
my name be Salvanas. Do we not have any sensuously beautiful companions I might become familiar with, Okay, he's a dick. And just wants to sleep with our companions.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
I think it's high time that our party gets out of here. I have no desire to hang around, and whatever this entertainment is, I have no interest. in that. We can come back to it later. But we've been accosted by someone. I see. Oi! Look at this dolly boy, all sacked up like an adventurer. Are you supposed to be tough or something, aye? I'm not here to impress you, sir. Hurl your insults elsewhere. Oh, sir, is it? Haha, I was right. You're a bleeding coward. Admit it. Yes, I'll admit to nothing, and I refuse to continue this verbal sparring match with you. Poor baby, poor little boy, going to run home to your mother, aye? Oh yes, ye are a scary one. Haha. Honestly, Toby's been having a pretty bad day, so I don't think he's in any mood to put up with this guy's bullshit. So, this is about as much as we can take, honestly. Keep this up, you rude fool, and I'll show you just how frightening I can be. Oi, oi. That sounds like a bleeding challenge, it does. I've no fear of ye, dolly boy. How about it then, aye? You want to fight? Very well then, if it's a fight you want, I'll not back down. Here's that, boys. Looks like he wants to fight. No one said he was smart, aye? Ha! Yeah, you're the best, Amalis. Thought such childish antics to be above you, Toby. But if it makes you feel better, I suppose I cannot stop you. Did you hear that? Whatever. I'm just very pissed off right now and need some stress relief, and this guy happens to be it. Don't take it personally. So be it. Hey, Surly. What is it? I got me here some gold for a fight, and a loser to be, sure enough. Bah, there's no need to yell so loud, idiot. Fine, fine. I'll have the bleeding pit set up for you. Once I seize your gold, that is. Alright then, friend. Let's step into the ring, shall we? Alrighty.
Something you need?
Just Toby in this case.
Oh, yes.
And that would be what was down here that we didn't know about before, the fighting ring. And he's getting his ass whooped. We've hit with every attack and he's only hit with one. Well, I say that and then we start not hitting.
Baldur, but I could use...
There we go. He's over and done with. And we are back, but pretty badly beat up. So...
Just as I thought.
We're going to go and grab a room from the innkeeper. Then we'll head out after a bit of rest. Yeah, we have a decent amount of gold. I'll take a merchant room. Noble and royal ain't available here. And we'll move the rest of the party up so that we can actually bloody rest.
Onward then.
I gotta stop dipping into me own ale.
Now let's get some rest and be ready for the next day to come. What the actual fuck?
Dream of many things, of friends and family. These things always mean something.
Imoen. Imoen.
Don't they?
What's going on here? It's Imoen, but she seems different somehow, and we're back in Candlekeep, but not exactly the same Candlekeep. It's Candlekeep, but something is badly wrong with the place.
Yes, this was my home for so long. But it is too late to go back. They wouldn't have you now. They wouldn't have me. It had no use. Someone else does. He wants something. I don't know why. Those in the cows don't even know. Why don't I know? Do you remember Gorion? Or the others? I think I do. They were... No. Wait. They were the guidance. And there was much more to learn. But it's too late now. They are so far away. You are far away. Too far away to help. Why? Memory should stay, but he digs deeper. Pushes everything aside. I don't remember any of you. Do you remember Saravak or any other? I don't know. They sought your death and mine. They seemed so important at the time, but I don't remember them at all. Something else is more dangerous. Closer. I can feel it. Do you remember me? I can almost see. I want to, but too late. You will come too late.
She resists. She clings to her old life as though it actually matters. She will learn. It is a portrait of what has happened and what may happen. Do you cling to the past, or can you see through the pain? You feel the potential within, don't you? Will you cringe from what you know you want, what you can take as your own? You know what you want. It is you, after all, which has brought us to the dream. Nothing is real. Yet.
Well, that was disturbing, to say the least. You remember how in the first Baldur's Gate, I used to say how disturbing the dreams that we got from our ball-spawned blood, essentially? I used to say how disturbing they were and how unsettled they made me. Well, that was so much worse. It was just awful. It really was. God. But for now, I think we're done in this particular area. We need to find somewhere else and have a little look-see around. So there's a couple of places outside the city we could go to. Nalia's keep home, for one thing, but I want to have a look around the city some more first before we go anywhere else. And next on our list, because I'm going to kind of try to go in a counterclockwise fashion for my explorations, we'll head over to the graveyard. Yes, we're visiting the graveyard now, which may be a somewhat stupid thing to do, but oh well.
Of course.
Still going to do it, even if it's dumb.
Ready and I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Somehow I can't save at this time.
Who are you?
Mama? Papa? Is that you? Yes. Hold. Everyone, no need for weapons. This may not be a simple spirit. Spirit? I've never heard anyone. My name is Waylon. I just want my stuffed bear back. Stuffed bear? What is this bear you speak of? It's my favorite bear, Little Man. The bad man who came into our home, he hurt me and took Little Man with everything else. Sob. I can never go to sleep without Little Man. Okay. So, you're saying that a thief killed you, and then he took your stuffed bear along with everything else. So, if I was to find this bear for you, would you then be at peace and able to rest? Oh yes, I could go to sleep if only I had him. Would you get him for me? Would you please, please, please? Very well. I can help you. Do you know where your bear is now? Yes, the bad man has it at that inn in the slums, the cop or something. He's in one of those bedrooms in the back. I think his name is Linus. I've gone to him. I tried to tell him that I just want my bear, please, but he gets too frightened of me. Oh, please get it from him. So, this is a rather interesting looking quest. Generally, in games, at least from what I've seen, when you meet a ghost or spirit, you either, one, are trying to stop them from killing you by killing them, or you're helping them gain vengeance on a still living person that has wronged them somehow. This is really quite interesting, the fact that we're just helping the spirit of a little kid find rest, essentially, by basically we're helping him find his rest
Swords, no. Jump on
by
my
getting
sword while you
his
can, evil.
stuffed bear
I
back.
won't be as gentle.
That's kind of cool. But let's talk to this
Whatever
fellow.
I can do to help.
Ain't got time to talk to you. Want something buried? Go get the permit. Beat it. Well, he's just nice and polite, isn't he? Oh well. Let's just have a little look-see around this area. I want to explore this one, and then it's back to the Copper Coronet to get that bear, I think. And nearby we see an open grave. A chill runs up our spine as we hear a sound emit from it, and we shake our head and continue walking. Sound is clearer now. We are not imagining it. Cries for help are coming from the grave. Would that be that grave right there?
Oh.
It's only partially filled, and in a few minutes we reach the coffin and open it to find a living person who is buried alive. Oh, bless you, my lord. Bless you. I did not know how much longer I would survive, buried in there as I was. Who are you, and how did you end up being buried alive in this cemetery? I was buried by the men who kidnapped me. Cough. They held me for ransom for my family, and after my family had paid, they knocked me out. I remember being carried here and thrown into that grave next to another body, and then they buried me alive. I'm sure I would have died if you had not arrived so soon. What a horrid death these evil men had in store for me. Oh. Yes, these men have to be stopped. If they're going around burying people alive, then these are the sort of figures that Toby is going to enjoy having a word with at sword point. What can you tell me about them? I don't know their names. There were 3 of them. The youngest carried me here. He dressed all in red, strange and bright as you please. I woke up with this in my hand. I think it must have torn off his shirt when he threw me in the grave. Here, perhaps it will help you find him. Okay, but is there anything else you can think of that you could tell me about what happened? Even the smallest bit of information could be immensely helpful. Only that there was someone who spoke to the man, perhaps the gravekeeper. You should talk to him, at least. He must have seen something. Thank you. I shall do my best to locate these men and see that they're brought to justice. Bless you, my lord. I wish you well. I must return to my family now and let them know that I am still alive. Thank you, Helm, for watching over me. Okay. That's kind of sweet, and it's also just really interesting that something as minor as just I hear a sound while I'm exploring the area can lead to a side quest. That's one thing that I found pretty cool in the first game too. As much as I like to complain about certain things relating to side quests in that game as well, just the fact that there's so many different ways that I could discover new quests. And it wasn't just limited to Bob down the street needs your help finding his lost pearl or something. I always loved the variety of ways you could get side quests. For now, let's see what else there is around here. Alright. That's going to be basically the whole of the outside area, minus a little bit up here that we've discovered. So just unlock the rest of the map, essentially. Then I want to see about talking to the gravekeeper. And he might have some information about this guy being buried alive, apparently. So that's everything we can get for the area.
Ah, yes, the city.
Then,
with all its people and their accumulated wealth, yes?
Oh, a man after my own heart. You are the gravekeeper, right? I think so,
Yes.
you know? Yeah, you must be. You got business here? You just like walking on the graves. Busy day? Find yourself a little rushed? Little? Why do you ask that? Well, I figure you might have cut a few corners, like, say, burying a man alive, for instance. I don't know what you're talking. I ain't done anything wrong. I'm just a simple gravekeeper. No crime here. Well, then, perhaps we should let the guards determine that. I'll go and fetch a few of them now, shall I? and we can tell them all about the man who was buried alive in your grave. Ooh, this is getting complicated. I didn't do anything, almost nothing. He would have killed me if I hadn't helped. Then tell me everything about the man that was buried alive. Tell me everything you know. I don't know nothing. I just let them bury what they want when I fill in the graves. It's a man in red what I sees. He's the one. He pays gold and I turn my head. You want him. Well, you must see him to get payment for this. Where do you meet? I don't know where he is. He comes here. Look, I help you. I help you. I think I see him sometimes by Bridge District. There I help good. You're not gonna tell anyone, are you? Are you? Yes, I am. Or, wait, would Toby tell someone about this? Or just take matters into his own hands? Like, let's think about this from Toby's point of view. This guy is just a gravekeeper. He's obviously not got combat experience, and if he tried to refuse, he would have been killed. But at the same time, he did let a man be buried alive and not dig him out after the fact. So I'm afraid we have to tell the guards about this. I can't let it slide, I'm sorry. No, gotta run, gotta get away. And he said that's that. Unfortunate. He's gonna run, but we will in fact tell the guards if we're able to.
Just name what you want.
But I think we're done in this district for now. We picked up a couple of quests for us. And we'll be heading over to the bridge to find out about the kidnappers who buried that guy. And then there's the stuff outside the city. However, before I head up to the city gates and then onto the bridge, we need to head back to the slums. The person who has...
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
The person who has that child ghosts...
What is it now?
Things... Well...
Very well.
How can I help?
He is over in the slums.
Nature's servant awaits.
In the Copper Coronet.
It is
so
done.
I need to deal with that.
Something you need?
First, these guys gotta die.
Of course.
Minsk and Boo stand ready. Live by the sword. Live a good, long...
I can dance on the eyes in as well.
Go for the eyes!
Now, time for a bit of indiscriminate murder of these fellows.
Ready and able. I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Okay.
I await your high and will.
Every stand back.
I shall go forth in your...
Am I needed? Glad to be of assistance.
Armor, sharpened, and raring to go.
Excellent.
What do you need?
Now get some more attacks on. Excellent. There.
Oh, yes.
That
Ready and able.
was a nice and easy fight.
Yes.
But that guy is still running away, so let's kill him. Or we could just move on to the city. The gate, I mean.
Just as I thought.
Or not. Well, I'm glad we didn't just get auto-teleported there, because now I can loot stuff. I'll take what I can get my hands on. Lots of enchanted items. Which, once we manage to get a significant amount of them unenchanted, I will be selling, I think. For now, let's redistribute what we can around in the party. For the time being. I'll take those. That is quite the laundry list of scrolls, too. Lots of which are just gonna get sold, I think. But for now, Dinair can hang on to them, I think. That'll work out perfectly fine for me. Nadia seems pretty decent at identifying items for us. So, much as I was saying how I'll probably get rid of her once her questline is done, if she's good enough at identifying stuff, then I might keep her to be our identifier. Because we had Imoen for identifying things in Baldur's Gate 1, but she's not with us right now because we have to rescue her, so it might be worth it for the items that can be identified just by looking at them, I mean. Which doesn't appear to be a lot of them, really. Now, though, we're up to 3,500 gold.
Something you need.
So, we have a decent chunk of change after that fight, which is nice. Now get us over to the slums so we can interrogate this bastard.
As you will.
Who stole a teddy bear from a child. I mean, Toby's all for stealing as a means to make a bit of money, but that's going too far, especially when you murder them in the process. I mean, we're a thief, not an assassin who loots our victims' corpses, after all. Lilnins.
Ready and able. Of course.
Okay, we gotta find this person. And then we can see about getting a bit more info.
Yes. I wouldn't dream of
refusing. Toby. The rest of the party can hang out here. It's not you, or you, or you. Although This is the person I believe we were told was engaged in some questionable stuff, so maybe they'll have some information for us.
Hello to you.
I don't recall seeing your face in here before. Strangers aren't exactly welcome in these parts. Well, isn't that odd for an inn? Surely strangers head on through here all the time, right? It's an odd time. Strangers can be dangerous if one is not careful. You wish something? Hypothetically speaking, if I were to be on the lookout for a means to dispose of some coin, what would you suggest? Okay, doesn't seem like there's anything of the sort we're after, and I am not seeing the person that supposedly has this doll, or teddy bear, or whatever. One of the rooms of the Copper Coronet.
Declare yourself.
And we can't just walk up the stairs. Get to the place we're after. Or through the door, because fucking bouncers. Also fucking nobles. At all the damn desks. Okay.
Of course.
Well, seeing as I can't seem to figure out where this guy that I'm supposed to get the teddy bear from is actually hanging out at the moment, I think we'll put that quest on the back burner for now and just sort of check out the other areas of the city. So we'll just pass through the gates, then onto the bridge. In this particular case, I think.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Or we'll get jumped by assholes. That works too.
Ready and able. I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Yes?
Please heal yourself.
Please, let me help. Always willing to try.
You require my counsel? Yoshimo is willing.
Now we'll attack. Oh boys, intruders are upon us. Kill them all. We must leave no witnesses. How about you die instead? That seems much more preferable to me.
Point the sword, and I shall with a party honor!
So now,
Oh yes.
Where shall I
attack
display my skill and expertise?
and attack
I'm ready for any. I'll certainly
and
try.
attack.
You point.
Also attack. Continue on. I'll have to keep an eye on everyone's health, otherwise there will be problems.
Swords, not words.
Now you folks, get in on this. Now, please murder their faces. Nadia,
Just ask.
you are taking some pretty bad knocks, so retreat.
And raring to go.
I'm afraid I'm going to be one that. How can I be of most use? It's almost
Who says what?
As I would have.
Now, you attack there. Everyone else attack. And down you go. Excellent. Help! Help me, please. Who are you? And what's happened? My name is Renfeld. I've been poisoned. I beg you to take me to friends. They have a building not far away. Please, I beg you. Where exactly is this place? It's a large orange building to the southwest of the docks. There'll be a man guarding the door. His name is Rylock. Very well. Actually, no. Much as Toby does not like asking this, we need money to be able to rescue Imoen. And after recent events, his trust of total strangers has taken a hit. We have to get something out of this. What will my reward be for helping you? Reward? I have nothing to offer you aside from my gratitude and those of my friends. Please, I do not have much time. Oh, fine, I'll help you then. But if you betray me, you're gonna be sorry. Thank you. You must take me there quickly. Take me to Rylock. Isn't then dying? Especially if it sings in my skull. We must hurry. The fool is probably drunk and not even dying. Why must you concern yourself with every delinquent we come across? Do as you wish if it concerns you so much. You see, Imoen, this is why nobody likes you. This is why no one likes you, Annie boy. Because you're an asshole. There we go.
Every hamster where Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
You are quite unused to the pain of battle, are you not? I can see it in your face.
I assume that's Jaheira talking to Nadia? Yeah.
It shows, does it? I hoped I would be of some help to those less fortunate, but I seem to be quite prone to bruising.
You will learn many harsh realities out here, but you'll also learn to deal with them, or you may die. One or the other. Wow, Jaheira. Way to let her down easy. Really. Thanks for your support, I think. She took it a lot better than I would have in that situation, though. I'll give her that.
Something you need. Just as I thought.
She took it a lot better than I would have.
Ready and onward,
that's for sure.
It has been some time since I've been this far south.
I recall seeing Gorion here some years ago. He was a bit out of place away from his books, but... seems I cannot help but speak of the dead lately. I did not wish to cause you any distress if I have. Yes. I don't think Toby would remember Gorion with sadness, honestly. Sure, the way he died was unfortunate, but we had several decades of time and good memories with him. So I think we would cherish that and be more inclined to look to the happy memories of his earlier days than the stuff about how Gorion died. So yes, I do not remember Gorion with sadness, despite the way he met his end. That is good. He would not have wished his memory to cause pain. I like to think the same is true of Khalid. Yes, he was a fine man, despite his cautious nature. Both of them were. Yes, though they took risks when necessary. Khalid lived well, and would not allow me to do otherwise. Orion was all for danger if it would prove fruitful. Rules that are meant to be broken and all that, to know when the boundaries should be pushed. True enough. You are wise to see as such. No, it's mostly just that Toby pushes the boundaries every second of his freaking life. Pretty much. Well, enough of this for now. Talk such as this can get maudlin if indulged too often. I have a good feeling from this, though. As do I.
How can I help?
First things first, Nadia needs some healing. We've got a spare potion sitting around, so why don't you chug down one of those?
Yes? To the task
and we can get out of here. Let's see, that next ambush, that guy wanted us to take him over to the docks, but I am going to continue on with going to the city gates area first. Southwest part of the docks district, yeah. I'll check out the gates area first, but we're going to the docks.
Mm-hmm. As you will.
And I'm going to save the game now. Who are you, then?
What you want?
Oh, hello. Can I help you? Actually, perhaps you can help me. Help you? Who are you, and what do you mean by that? I'm a messenger sent by the High Merchant of Trade Meat to find someone to help our town. You look like adventurers. You might be just the sort of help we need. And who exactly is this High Merchant you mention? He is Lord Logan Coprith, Mayor and High Merchant of Trade Meat. He's willing to offer a substantial reward for anyone who can help Trade Meat out of its difficulties. And what kind of difficulties are you referring to exactly? I was under attack by forest animals. The High Merchant thinks druids may be responsible, but we haven't the manpower to find them and stop it. Why would druids be attacking trade meat? I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, I suppose it could be shadow druids, but from what I understand, they're not as widespread as the mainstream druidic orders, so it seems rather unlikely. Nobody knows why we're attacked. We've done nothing to deserve this. We're not even positive the druids are responsible. They've never done anything like this before. Druids would not attack a town without cause. It would be a very extreme reaction, Toby, and it's definitely something we should investigate. The townsfolk are growing angry, however, and Lord Logan wishes to resolve this before anything unfortunate occurs. So, where is Trade Meat, then? Here, I can show you on your map. Do you think you might be able to help us? Yes, I think I can. I've been known to deal with such things in the past. Excellent. I'll send word to Lord Logan to expect you. Thank you for your assistance. It cannot be. I would sooner tear out my eyes than strike down innocent animals. Well, perhaps only one eye, but do not think me any less incensed. Calm down, Minsk. We're going to go there and see what's going on before we actually decide to start randomly killing things. You should know me better than that by now.
Are you? What are you doing here? What's your purpose?
Young Anomen, a samurai of the West, roaming in service of God and Lord. Tell me something of your adventures.
Oh, this is not going to go well. I can already tell that.
And what shall I tell you of?
A tale of foul beasts slain, perhaps? A story of your jousts, if you wish? Very well. 2 summers passed. Chosen squires of Torm were invited to a tournament at Riatavin. I traveled as the captain of our delegation, of course. Of course. En route, we were attacked by a wyvern. Overcome with fear, the battle plans that had been drilled into my compatriots fell apart, as the first man was killed by the beast's claws. It would have been a veritable slaughter had I not kept my wits about me. What happened? I jumped on its back and impaled it through the spine with my spear. Your heroics saved the day. Only did what I had to as captain of the group. The order would have frowned heavily had I let the novice fools be diced by the creature. Okay, so that didn't go as badly as I thought. I figured, since their backgrounds were so clashing, what with Yoshimo being a thief and Imoen a paladin,
something you need,
that they would definitely have issues with conflicts of personality, let's just call it. Anyways, now we're gonna pop on over to the docks. We have to get this poison dude to his friends, pronto-like. That strikes me as more urgent than any of the stuff we have to do outside the city, honestly. But Yoshimo needs a word with us, it would seem. Perhaps this is a good time to tell you of something, Toby, seeing as you were leading us into the docks and everything. This is Shadow Thief territory, which I have had a couple of run-ins with over the past few months. They don't tend to appreciate independent operators like myself. So the last time they caught me operating in the city, I was told either to report to the head of the guild in the dock, Renal Bloodscalp, or suffer the consequences. Seems that Renal needs an outsider to deal with a problem, and was willing to trade my punishment by the guild for a service. Failure to go to him might be a bit messy. Now, I'm pretty safe with you, I think, but it's up to you. If we go and see Renal, we might be able to talk him into a reward, and it'll avoid complications later on. What do you think, Toby? I don't want to cause any problems here. I just wanted to bring this up, both to warn you and perhaps mention a possible opportunity for us both. Yes. Perhaps we should go and talk to this Renal. After all, we do need to gather rather a lot of money to be able to find Imoen, and if speaking to him opens up the potential for a profitable venture, then I think perhaps it would be in our interests to go forward with that. Not only that, but if Yoshimo's going to be in some hot water if we avoid talking to them, we may as well get it out of the way early. Whenever it's convenient, the guild headquarters is here in the docks and shouldn't be difficult to find. I just hope they let us in without problems. Of
I
course.
wouldn't dream of refusing. Good business, Toby.
You there, I know you. You owe Ebrone money. Pay me now. What are you talking about? I don't owe you any money. You don't? Could you give me some anyway? I'm awfully short. Very well then, have a gold piece. Well, that'll pay off part of your debt. I'll take this as a down payment. Yeah, we'll just humor him. No reason to cause trouble, I don't think. Now I'll just quick save. And let's see. Onto the shipyard docks, Bounty Tavern, Guildhall. I could just head to the Shadow Thief Guildhall pronto-like. But we do still have to bring this poisoned man to his friend Rylock at some point as well. Which, based on what I'm seeing on here, is probably down in the shipyard docks, so that's quite the journey we'll still have to go through if we want to get there. So it may actually be in our best interests to pay a visit to the Shadow Thief Guild Hall immediately, rather than putting it off.
Kneel and repent.
You bow, worm, and pray that Cyric allows you to become one of his holy worshippers. Cast aside whatever false god you pray to, and embrace the Prince of Lies in all his majesty. No. Fuck off. And suffer cruelly as one of Cyric's chosen victims. Rah! No, just carve his face in, everyone, please. I know. You there. You're a friend of Galen's? My boss says you're welcome to enter if you likes. Well, there he goes. Not gonna miss the bastard. And yeah, I'd forgotten what his name was, but Galen is actually the guy in the Shadow Thieves that we're working with, who says he'll help us with finding Imoen if we manage to get enough gold. So, because of that, we have clearance to enter. And that might also help with the whole thing with Yoshimo's debt, though I doubt it. And I still want to go in there, because if it leads to potential profit, then I'm going to have to say that would be well worth my effort. Now, how's everyone doing for Expa? That's what I want to know. We're actually getting fairly close, relatively speaking, to being a level 8 fighter. Minsk has a long ways to go for level 9 ranger. Shihira, close on both fronts, actually. And, oh, interesting. For some reason, I thought Yoshimo was a thief, but he's actually a bounty hunter. And fairly close to hitting level 11. And Imoen is a fighter cleric. I thought he was a paladin. I really did just think he was a paladin, but fighter cleric's close enough to paladin to be basically the same thing, I suppose. But he's nowhere near leveling up. Nalia being a mage thief is interesting, I suppose. So if Nalia's the mage thief, she'll basically be our Imoen for this playthrough. At least for the early bit. So I may actually keep her around longer just because she's a class that I really need one in as a mage who can cast a bunch of spells and stuff, and she's a level 4 thief, so it would be a lot better at that than Imoen was because of how early I dual classed Imoen in the last game, even though she won't be fulfilling that role since that's Toby's job. Anyways, enough of that.
Just name what you want.
Now, everyone can head on in. So, who are you people? Shadow Thief and Sidge. Okay. Oh, this is the Shadow Thief HQ, and this Renal guy has a potential job for us that we can do. Thanks for the tip, by the way, Yushimo. And that should hopefully help us get a little bit more money and get the ball rolling on this. We've also picked up quite a number of quests just by wandering around. And once I do this, I am going to see about that. Once we do whatever this guy wants, I'm going to see about tracking down the guys that buried Mr. Cemetery Man alive. Then, once we do that, we'll probably head out of the city and we're going to go to Nalia's Manor and help with clearing out those beasts. We did promise her we'd do that, and whatever else you say about Toby, he is someone who keeps his promises. But we are definitely nowhere near having enough money to be able to actually rescue Imoen. But we're making a start of it. And we're definitely earning money a lot faster than we were at this stage in the first game, which is certainly going to help.